Hello, I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome to We Need Help. I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Izzy, and this week our before and after is on the topic of let's talk about health, baby. Let's talk about
you and me. Ooh, I like healthy me.
Healthy me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that
we
eat.
Can't eat.
That I eat.
Oh my God, I love it.
Health is a good topic. Health is a great
did you
topic.
like that I named this We Need Health?
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
I'm so witty.
Crickets chirping.
Oh, man.
So, when in your life have you been the most healthy?
Well, it wasn't this weekend. Do you want to hear about this weekend?
Yeah, tell me about this weekend.
I went to Charleston and ate and drank more than I ever have in my life.
Wow. Did you just go pure glutton? Did you turn
Yes. Hedonism.
I love hedonism.
So much.
Ooh. Can we get a t-shirt? I'm
Hedonistic?
a hedonistic.
I love it. Okay, done. Yes.
Done. I love how we can just make t-shirts out of anything. T-shirt done.
Yep, and we always agree with each other, which is amazing.
So amazing.
So, yeah, I want to tell you about this one thing. It was called the French. It was an
I've
oyster.
done that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you have. It was at this place called 167 Raw. They are unbelievable. It's the best lunch I've ever had in my life.
167 Raw, that's amazing.
167 Raw, and they served this oyster, and they put, I want to say it was Prosecco, just on it. Mm-hmm. And then they put creme fraiche, and then they put caviar, and you just slurped it right up.
Oh my God.
And they were
a version for alcoholics.
I think you could just do Sans the Prosecco. Kombucha has alcohol in it, I think.
Whoops.
Did you know that? Okay, I'd like to report a relapse. Maybe, let's just say it doesn't. But
okay.
I think you could just say Sans the Prosecco, and it would be just as good. I
get the extra creme fraiche instead of Prosecco?
Yeah, it was just, oh my God. So they were $7 each.
How many did you eat?
We had an $800 lunch. It was rude.
Oh, that is rude.
Insane. It was rude.
That is rude. I love it. I love it.
And it literally was when I was there, I was just like, this is what I wanted when I was a kid. This was my dream.
Yeah.
Was just to eat like a pig for an entire weekend.
Check that off the bucket list.
Yeah, you guys have goals, I have goals.
Yeah.
Mine was just to eat whatever I wanted.
That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, that sounds really amazing. What else did you eat?
I mean,
food porn.
Foie gras. The best I'd ever had.
Girl,
I know. I knew I was going to get you. I knew I was going to get you.
Oh,
I knew I was going to get you. A gnocchi that was insane at this place called Fig. It was the friends that we were with, their favorite restaurant. They had put the ricotta cheese, the ricotta. Like there was this one guy I knew, he was Italian. He didn't speak to his daughter for 7 years because she brought a boy that said ricotta. Which I actually respect.
Yeah.
But they infused this gnocchi in with this ricotta cheese, and it was like a pillow, and you just ate it, and then you just kept eating it.
Girl.
And every place looked like you were in like a scene from Mad Men.
I want to move there.
I want to live there now.
That's like,
okay.
that sounds like
crushing
heaven.
so hard on Charleston.
I love Charleston. It's
I'm crushing
so beautiful.
so hard. And then my cousin Tucker was there, who's a chef.
Oh, does he live there?
He lives there.
Wow.
Yeah, and we went
single?
out No, he's not. I'm sorry. He's not single. He's got a amazing wife and child.
Not that I love Maciek. I have friends that I could set him up with, and then I could go visit all the time.
Oh, well, you can go visit all the time anyway. I'll meet you there.
My cousin Tucker from Charleston.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
He's from LA. But
okay.
yeah, so we went to brunch with him, and I mean, he knows everything there is to know about food, and he's so passionate about it. But and I know not for our recovering listeners, but did you know that the after dinner drink that you're supposed to have is supposed to be as sweet or sweeter as your dessert?
I did not know that. Because when I used to drink, I drank, what is that? Grappa, which is not sweet at all. That's what I would drink. But that was at the very end. I would drink.
This is at the very end with the dessert, but you have a dessert
with the dessert. I would drink Sauterne.
That's what we had.
That sweet wine. Yeah, that's what I would drink. And then at the very end, after dessert and Sauterne, I would finish it off with a grappa and a shot of heroin. It was like the best.
That sounds oddly.
It was like magical,
terrifying yet nice.
And then I would just nod off into the bill.
We did everything but the heroin. I mean, it was just amazing. It was amazing.
That sounds amazing.
But and the hotel.
Yeah.
You asked me what the hotel that we stayed in. It was, and I of course am just so bad with details. It was the Market Pavilion, and I would highly recommend.
You gave it a high rating on Booking.
Yeah, I'm 2 thumbs upping it.
Okay,
that's all I do. I'm pretty bad. Love.
Okay, so it was not the healthiest, but
I knew this was coming, though.
I think happiness is healthiness. Like, I think happy people are healthier. Or no?
I don't know. Like, I was so happy, and I knew this book was coming up next, so I was a little bit more hedonistic than I would even normally
have been. Was this like
been.
The goodbye? This is like what alcoholics do. Alcoholics are like, I'm going to go on the biggest binge before I get sober. Like, before I went to rehab, I was like, give it all. I'm going to do it all.
Yeah. Basically. That was my weekend. Because I knew this was coming, and I knew we were going to be like good girls. So
you went Catholic school, girl?
Totally.
I had a friend. Oh God, why am I sharing this? Okay, I had a friend.
I love it.
I went to a Jesuit university. It was a Catholic university, and there was a lot of Catholic school girls. And I had a friend who was Catholic, and she wanted to remain a virgin for her husband, so she would only have anal.
Oh my God, it's so weird that you just bring this up. I love it, because a very close family member of mine only did anal for a while so she didn't get pregnant.
I wonder if it was the same girl. Like, did she go to Marquette?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
No. And she'd fucking kill me if I said who it was.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You dirty, dirty bitch.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
But, that's a rough, that's really rough birth control. Like,
yeah, it's like
that's very painful birth control.
Like what people will do for Jesus. I mean,
like, that's my problem. I never love anybody enough to do anal.
That's your problem.
Not even Christ.
That's your biggest problem.
That's my biggest problem. You've got your problems. I've got mine.
So health.
Okay, so let's bridge that to health.
Let's
take
do
the high
broad
road
stroke
from
bridge
anal
to health.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when in your life were you healthiest? Like the pinnacle of health? Like when were you like super, super healthy?
Well, I've had two, right? About 2 years after I had Scarlet to maybe like 4 years. Mm-hmm. So those 2 years. And then one of my favorite times was quarantine.
Okay. And what made it the healthiest time for you?
Well, I was just getting so much sleep. I was so happy. I was like cooking. I was making things from scratch. I was working out. I was drinking water. I was like, I just felt amazing.
Yeah.
Like
you were on all cylinders.
I was using French flour. I mean,
Wow.
I was like, taking my supplements. I was feeling myself.
Yeah.
How about you?
This is going to sound really bad, but my very healthiest time in my life was when I had almost an eating disorder. So I didn't quite have
Borderline.
But I was so insecure about how I looked. It was in high school that I watched my diet. I was eating so healthy because I wanted to be fit. I exercised a lot. And I almost had an eating disorder, but not quite, because I don't have the discipline to have an eating disorder. Like, I don't have the discipline to be anorexic because I just love food too much. But I was very strict with sleep, diet, and exercise because I needed to look good. I needed to look perfect.
All you care about is, as a teenager, that's all you care about. When in your adult life have you been healthiest?
In my adult life was when I was between relationships, so I was just by myself. And I was going to bed at 9. I was waking up at 5. I was running, and I was eating healthy just for myself.
That's the best.
And I didn't have anyone. I think it's really hard to stay on top of a health regimen when there's other people around you, like when you're living with other people. So I was just by myself, so I could do
especially if you live with Colonel Sanders, or,
or the guy who invented Krispy Kreme. That's real tough. He's like, who wants a hot one?
I just picture Maciek coming in with pastry all day long. Yeah, hey baby.
You hear the Pringles can pop open. Oh, was that the Pringles can?
I feel distracted from my health regimen. Oh my God. Yeah, it's hard. Especially, it is hard. I think it's, whenever you've got to worry about more than yourself, it is. But I loved living by myself for that reason. I was I felt good. Everything's wonderful when it's just your way.
Because you just focus on your whole life is you. So you're just I'm just going to focus on my own health and put 100% into it. So that's when I was healthiest.
So is that what we should do? Let's just forget everybody and just do us.
You don't exist. I'm drinking water here.
Yeah, excuse me. There's a new thing that if you just drink a gallon of water, I guess you're supposed to be healthy. A gallon in a day.
That's it? A gallon? What if how much would that be? Liters. Metric.
Yeah.
We're in Europe. They don't have gallons.
It bothers me. That. Why can't we all be on the European?
We should
or all be on the U.S.? I don't care.
I'll tell you, in the U.S., I weigh, 130 pounds. In Europe, I weigh 56 kilos. It's less.
You think that's why they're not conforming? Well, I think it's the U.S. wanted to be different.
Yeah. So
they decided to jump on. We're gonna have in the next episode we're gonna have to figure out why that happened.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be in the next and in the after episode.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that, because I want to know why that happened. Why can't we just do it?
Why can't we all just get along?
Just do it.
When have you been, I want to hear this, when have you been unhealthiest? When have you been like the worst? When have you just been super unhealthy?
From 18 to 26 was pretty bad.
Okay, why? What? Oh, you lost a child.
I was like, I lost a child. I drowned myself in long, long hours of work. Basically cigarettes, alcohol, no sleep, cortisol. I was addicted to it. I was surrounding myself, I just, it was bad. Like I couldn't believe, like, once you get healthy, you're like, how did I live like that?
How did I survive? Yeah.
Oh my God. How about you? I know this is going to be good.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was after I went to college. It was, crack, heroin, eating disorder all at once. So that was pretty bad. Like, staying up all night, cigarettes, alcohol. I mean, I destroyed my body. Destroyed.
Yeah.
So that was my mid to late 20s. Was just
Did you
like
still
the
look good?
unhealthiest time. Yeah, that's what's
that's
crazy.
my problem.
Like,
too.
I looked really good. I looked really good.
So I didn't really care.
I remember when it was like the worst of the worst. I was like managing this restaurant and I dressed really good to go to work, and I was doing at that time, all the bad, like heroin, crack, like not eating, not sleeping. And
You don't
I remember
have to eat, right? Like once you're on crack?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have an appetite. And I remember coming into work and this guy came up to me and he goes, "You are the sexiest motherfucker in here." And I was like,
We've heard about this guy before.
Yeah, that's, and I was feeling myself, but it was like, I was so unhealthy.
Yeah.
It was
you were wearing a
really
blue
bad.
dress that day, weren't you?
I was wearing a blue dress, yeah. Yeah.
That's who I thought it was.
And then I think the second unhealthiest time in my life, it can't compare to that time because that was like super, but it's now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I barely work out. I eat horribly. And my sleep is okay. It's not horrible, but it could be much better. So now is not a good time for me right now.
Yeah, it's not I'm not doing that well either. I'm like, I know I've like for the last 10 episodes I talked about it, but I don't feel like working out. And it's one of my favorite things to do. It really is like the feeling after, like I crave that feeling, and I eat more than I ever used to. I don't enjoy it. Like this weekend, obviously not included, but I just haven't been cooking for myself. I love to cook.
Yeah.
And in my defense, and I love to give myself excuses and justify, but we're not in my home with all my kitchen stuff, so I don't feel like cooking. Yeah. So I'm eating out 3 or 4 days a week. And that's just not me. I hate that feeling.
Yeah. I've discovered something about myself that I don't like either, which is when I was insecure, I would care more about my health because I wanted to look good for people. And I've lost a lot of that because I'm so secure in myself that I no longer have that. Insecurity for me was like a huge driver.
Maybe.
And I've gotten too comfortable.
You should welcome that back.
Yeah.
Let's try to be a little bit less secure in ourselves.
Yes, I think so.
Security might be a little overrated.
I think so. I'm going to whip out the insecure t-shirt and start wearing it and just feel it. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to feel my insecure self.
I'm going to be like, would you like another basket of bread? And look down at yourself and be like, I'm insecure, so no.
Have you seen my thighs? Have you seen these rolls? I got rolls. I don't need more rolls.
Does it bother you when people talk about what's wrong with their body in front of you?
People don't do that in Poland.
They don't do that? No,
they're not vulnerable enough to do that. They just don't talk about. They don't talk about anything. I mean, they do, but not. It's not like it is in the U.S.
I mean, somebody will just walk up to me and tell me what's wrong with them. Like, "Oh, don't look at me. I'm this," and I'm like, "Well, that's all I can see now." Thank you. Big pimple, big pimple, big pimple.
Mole,
You know?
mole, 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 mole.
Can you see this? Because
Yeah.
then you're like, that's all I can see now.
Gold sore, gold sore, gold sore.
Irpy, 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 irpy. Yeah. So, like, that bothered. I had a boyfriend once, and he said, don't ever tell me what's wrong with you because I probably won't notice.
Okay, love that.
So that's why I never, ever bring up what's wrong with me
Yeah.
like, in front of people. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
God, that makes total sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, because then they focus on it. Because you don't even notice it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what stops you, do you think, from being your healthiest self?
I don't know. That's my thing. Like, I think I just like, you know, we were talking about this earlier, but like, just getting up and doing it, I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to. So, like, I mean, I'm less likely to, if I don't have to fit into a bathing suit next weekend, or if I don't have to do, like, the problem is I eat healthy enough, and I do eat much healthier than most people, that I'm not a complete fat fuck. Because if I was, I would go into, like, rescue mode.
Yeah, that's such a good point. That is, because we move at the speed of pain.
Yeah, so I'm not hurting enough, but I still don't I'm not at optimal.
Yeah.
So, like, I hope that this next book that we're going to do is going to, like, get me to a place where I'm doing it. What's the book we're doing?
We're doing Feel Better in 5 by Dr. Rangan Chatterjee. And we'll talk
Okay.
about him in the next episode, but Feel Better in 5, Dr.
I
Rangan
hope
Chatterjee.
I can 5-minute myself to freedom of, like, getting through this. Like, because, like, I wake up at 5 every morning. I mean, you get my texts.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
that
I'm like,
person.
what is she doing? Like, why is she up? Yeah.
So my uncle this weekend, I sent him, like, pictures of my cousin and I, because my cousin lives in Charleston.
Yeah.
And he got, like, upset because he lives in LA. He got upset because I texted him at 9 a.m. Charleston time. He's like, he just responded 6 a.m.
You know what? Turn off your phone then when you go to
That's
sleep.
exactly what I said. He's not
Turn
a
it
doctor. I
off.
want to just, I want to say that.
Yeah.
You can put that stuff on silent.
Yeah, I put it on airplane mode because I read that if you sleep with whatever the thing
Yeah.
on, it like disturbs the waves in the room. I don't know if that's true. I don't
Yeah,
care.
it
I
is
just put it on
true.
airline. I put it on airline mode, and I have noticed I have worse sleep when I forget to put it on airline mode. It's almost like something is on. I need to shut down completely. So
I keep mine in the other room, like, and I make it like the whole family do it. It's just I don't want those
waves.
things either. And,
Yeah.
but when you live in LA, you know the rest of the country is not on your time zone.
Yeah.
Especially like
That's called Californication, what he's doing.
yes, it is, which was an amazing show.
Yeah, it was. Oh.
Loved it. I still want that little Porsche of his.
Yeah, I love that.
That vintage looking Porsche. Oh.
Yeah. So I'm excited to do this book too. I think, so you want to just get out of it where you can get like bite-sized pieces.
I want to
back
just
into
work
your-
out every day for a short
Yeah.
amount of time and get back
Yeah.
into the groove of it.
Okay.
I hope it gets me to a place that I'm going to like pretend that I'm in quarantine a little bit more.
Okay.
And it gets me cooking, cooking. Because every time I cook,
Yeah.
I cook healthy for the most part. I mean, tomorrow I'm making a chicken pot pie, but okay.
Yeah.
For the most part, but like,
Yeah.
and I want it, like the universe is telling me you need to meditate. Like it's everywhere. And I'm taking a class Friday night for meditation too.
Oh, I
Breathing
love
and
that.
meditation.
I love that.
So what are you hoping to get out of this bad boy?
Just to start again, And just to find, because what I do is I'm like all or nothing type of person. So I'm thinking if I have to work out, it has to be an hour. So I was really relieved this Feel Better in 5 that it's like little bite-sized chunks. Like I'm just hoping to get back into it with little bite-sized chunks because I know it's the tiny habits that you shift that make the difference. So
agreed.
That's what I'm hoping to get out of it because so
okay. Well, let's do it. Like let's just do this. Yeah, we need health.
We need help.
Did it land any better this time?
Yes. we need help.
I think she's like giving me a little bit of a,
side-eye.
I better laugh at her because I feel sorry for her. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, well, and I wanted to mention before we sign off, when you mentioned meditation, that was another aspect where I felt great because I was meditating for a half hour every morning doing breathing meditation. So cleansing the lungs like 3 at a time. And I was going out into the day like zen, like nothing could bother me because it was like that starting out in that morning. So I'm very proud of you that you're doing that.
Okay. Aw, thank you. I love you.
I love you.
I'm so excited. Everybody, remember to go to We Need Help the store and check out some of our new products. We really, really enjoy making them.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy buying them.
I hope you enjoy buying them more than we enjoy making them.
Yeah, exactly.
And grab Dr. Rangan Chatterjee's book, Feel Better in 5, and read along. Yeah.
Yeah, and listen to it on Audible. He's reading it, so you'll love it.
Oh, good.
All right.
Good.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Rate and follow us if you like us. If you don't, please don't.
And come visit us at www.theweeneedhelppodcast.com. There you can find show notes, links for books. You can join Audible, which is, how we actually read our books. We listen to them. And we have special exclusive content just for you. Also, feel free to subscribe to our Patreon account. That's where you can support us financially because we need it. And it can be anywhere from $1 to $100 billion a month, whatever you can afford. And the link to our Patreon account is www.patreon, and that's spelled patreon.com/We Need Help Podcast. And you can support us on there. We would really appreciate it because we do need help.
Awesome. And we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Thanks,
Bye.
loves. Bye.